Welcome to this video. My name is Hannes Knechtkes. I'm happy that you're here because I want to help you that your don't fingers hurt that much anymore. And the question for this video is it normal that my fingers hurt, that I feel pain in my fingertips when I play the guitar? And before we start, please check out my free ebook which you find in the video description. You don't have to subscribe there or anything like this. It goes out to you totally free. So let's start now with the question, is it normal that my fingers hurt when I play the guitar? Especially beginners might say, my fingers hurt, and I say, in a way, it is normal. I mean, you do something that is completely not common for your fingers and for your whole hand and arm and for your whole body. It's a total new thing. But if you check out the chord, for example, that you want to learn and you have trouble with it or you have pain in your fingers by playing it, I mean, if you play your C major chord like this, for example, seems to be totally fine, but you can do so many things wrong there. I mean, if you just check the notes first, are they all there? Okay, all there. And then you go on, you play it again and again, and then you held that chord for 5 minutes or something like this without making a break. This is a problem. I mean, don't hold that chord for 5 minutes long without giving yourself a rest. I mean, this is crazy. This is the first example I want to give you. When you play a chord, don't play it, just grab it and then do this. You put your fingers in position, and then we come to the second thing. But let me say that first. You put your fingers into position and push down. Lift the fingers up again. Don't leave the strings or something. I'm still in contact with the strings, but just push down and release the pressure. You do that for a couple of minutes to get used to building up pressure, and especially you get used to releasing the pressure also. Also, you have to keep in mind, do I play the chord in a proper way so I don't use too much power to play it? Because most beginners have a pretty or not developed technique. I mean, of course they don't have, how should they? But if you take a close look at where I place my fingers to play that very chord, the ring finger's right next to the 3rd fret here. You see that on the A string, the ring finger? The middle finger is right next to the 2nd fret, and the index finger is right next to the 1st fret. And if I play that chord, it works. But if I just move my fingers a tiny little bit, I'm still in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fret, but I'm on the wrong side of it, as you may say so. And this makes it way harder to create a sound. I have to build up way more pressure on my fingers. If I use the same pressure I used before when I put my fingers there, it will sound like this. This sounds awful. And this makes you, at the very moment, build up more and more pressure to get the sound, and you do like... This is hell right now. Really a lot of pressure, and just by moving it for this tiny little bit, it's so much easier, and a lot of people don't know that. So grab your chords in the right way. That saves so much energy, and this saves your fingertips, of course, too. And then you do the dry exercise at the very right spot. Just build up pressure and release it. And bring your hand and your wrist in the correct position. I mean, don't do something like this, or the thumb right behind the headstock or something like this, or I don't know, I saw really weird things in my career as a teacher, and don't do it. Just place your thumb just kind of like behindish the neck, and I mean, there are techniques to Jimi Hendrix style where you need the thumb, but for this, try to be with the thumb in the back of the neck. That's also easier than for you to actually grab the chord. And this also saves your fingertips because you can put the power where you need it. Of course, it's normal at the beginning because you're pushing down metal. Your fingertips need to develop a little bit. Normally fingertips are pretty soft, but after a while when you play guitar they become harder and you won't feel that much pain anymore. So another tip is just, if you don't have that much time on your hands every day, just try to grab it for at least 5 minutes and do those exercises with your chords. If you're just in a rush and in a hurry and you don't have that much time, just do that. Just strum it once, do the other chord. I hope I could bring some light in your problem concerning hurting fingertips or hurting fingers or whatever. If you want to learn more about those kind of stuff, if you're a bleeding beginner, check out my free lessons, which you find in the video descriptions. My name is Hannes, and we see us in the next video. Take care. Bye.